Yo, what's happening, guys? It's your boy Uncle P with another episode, guys. Apologies for the delay in content. A lot of you have been contacting me. Uncle P, what happened? Did they kidnap you? Did they take you? No. Uncle P broke a couple of jaws, guys. Just a little warning and a little advice to my foreign brothers out there that don't like my content, that feel like I am cooking them or disrespecting their country. Guys, I happen to be a professional MMA fighter, Muay Thai champion. Guys, I can fight. Like as in fight. Like as in I can whoop your ass. Like as in there's two guys now with their jaws broken and they'll be sipping on straws for the next 6 months and spending 5 years in prison. Yes, guys. Some people decided when I went to Germiston to approach me because they recognized me. Instead of having a conversation, they decided to, try and strike, and Uncle P handled them. Give them a proper beating, broke those jaws of theirs because they were talking too much nonsense, made sure every single teeth in those mouths were gone. Then dragged them to the police. Sir, for those ones that want to attempt, here's a clear warning. I have absolutely no problem to give you a hiding of a lifetime. Back to normal programming. Well, guys, we are talking Spaza shops, guys. We have a big problem in South Africa. A massive problem. There is an agenda happening here that nobody's realizing. And me, I like to expose. Now, let's start first with this video and then we'll continue.
I can't believe this. This is part of Randbeck. Also, the fear of the home affairs that is coming. Randbeck is a ghost town today. Look at this. All the shops are closed. Ghost town. Look at the shops. Look at the shops. This is the other side. Not even the mall that I showed you, but it's also in Randbeck. Look at this. This place is buzzed with thousands of people every day. Look at this. There's no one. The shops are closed down. I can't believe this. My God. Do we have so much illegal people in this country? Look at the shops. I don't know whether you can see them because I'm driving. But if you look, all the shops are closed. You can see the whole doors. I can't believe this. Yeah.
So guys, if they're legal in this country, why did they close their shops? If they're not selling poisonous food or food that will unalive the children, why are they closing down their shops when they say that they're coming under investigation? You see, this is the issue, guys. These people are doing these things knowingly exactly what they are doing. Knowingly exactly what they are doing. This is what they are doing. Now, an announcement has been made that all Spaza shops need to be registered, right? So I'm going to play a video. Operation Dudula and some of their members try to stop this from happening. I'm going to play a video and I'm going to discuss to you guys what is happening here exactly.
The community members and some supporters of the Operation Dudula chasing out the foreign nationals. So you don't want these people, the foreign nationals, to register their business. Why?
We are agitated and we are very disappointed by the leaders who were supposed to lead this country properly. We are cross because during the week the president addressed the nation. Instead of resolving the problems that are affecting South Africans concerning these shops that are run by foreigners from different countries, instead of the president taking a decisive action and implementing it, he took a wrong decision to say foreigners must be allowed to register businesses. These shops must be reserved to be run and operated by South Africa, as is the local economy, it's our livelihood. Then we are puzzled to say, in the past few weeks, NICOG, Joint Intelligence and All Operation, they even included the health department, where they were trying to trace the source of this poisoning. And it's highly puzzling to say the president, after such an advice, after he saw what has been happening all over the country, decided to issue a statement and allow foreigners to operate businesses. As Operation Dudula, as the community, we are here to oppose that. No foreigner will come to UCB today and to register a business. These businesses must be reserved for South Africans. That 500 million that was reserved by the president must finance the South Africans who are here.
Yes, it's true. We don't.
Guys, first of all, you know what's shocking? South Africa has a law, and these laws are implemented very hard. My problem is, how are these foreigners registering businesses when they're illegal in the country? Some of these Spaza shops are registered with South African women's name, whereby they paid this lady, let's use your ID to register this business, or they married this South African, and which is a fake marriage, let's marry you so that I can be able to get identity and register this business. And what is shocking is that Cyril, instead of saying that, no, my people are being unalived, every single foreign-owned business, Spaza shop, needs to be closed down immediately until they go through the process of the health department. He didn't do that. Instead, what did he do? He opened the way for them to go register and continue to operate the same businesses that we just saw in the previous video, where they shut down their shops because they did not want the health department to come and check them. For those of us that have purchased from Pakistani stores or Bangladeshi stores or whatever you want to call them before, you know the conditions in which those stores are in. They will never pass the health department's check. But yet, for some reason, instead of punishing these people, the government is protecting these people. Why? Let's play our next video.
The banning issue that I see people talking about. People wanted president to say foreigners cannot own Spaza shops. The constitution of this country, unfortunately, the constitution that people celebrate, the constitution that was adopted by majority, does not allow that. It talks to... Does not allow that.
Guys, keep saying you say the constitution, the constitution. Can these Spaza shops prove that they've paid the 5 million rand in order to run businesses in this country? Some of these people are running businesses with asylums. You're an asylum seeker, meaning that in your country there's war, there's no peace. You came here to seek a second chance. An asylum seeker is basically an impoverished individual running away from his country looking for a better chance. How do you then have 5 million to invest to open up a business? So we all know that these people don't have this money. We all know that these people have not invested this money. But yet she's going on the constitution. The constitution. The constitution. So the constitution, where's the 5 million that all these foreigners have invested so we can see that the constitution is being followed?
Everyone having a right to trade, but it does give us an enabling environment where it says, but those can be regulated, which is what we are doing. With the fact that there in the Immigration Act, Section 15 of the Immigration Act is very clear on who can trade, who is a non-South African. The Immigration Act, as things stand, between the Department of Home Affairs and DTIC, the determination is that non-South Africans can only be able to trade in South Africa if they invest a minimum of 5 million rands. Now, if the president says everybody has to be compliant, it means if you are going as a non-South African, there's your documentation that gives you the right to be here, and the documentation that gives you the right to trade. So it's not like you're going to come because you are a South African, you don't bring the documents, or you're a non-South African, you can do. So all these things that people are worried about, they are going to be addressed because those people that have the right to trade will be the people that will trade.
Guys, I don't know if we are speaking the same English anymore. I don't know if we're speaking the same things anymore. Because in the end of the day, honestly, this is becoming a mockery to South Africans, because we know for a fact, because if those people had 5 million rand to invest, their shops would have not looked the way they look. Would have not been looking the way they look. They would have not need to be selling the nonsensical food that they are selling. What is the agenda here? What is the government doing? Why are they refusing to deport these people? The Home Affairs mentioned that they were going to be checking up on foreign marriages or foreigners. We haven't heard a single thing. They say that they blocked 700,000 IDs. I have not met a single foreigner. People that I know that acquired their IDs illegally. I know for a fact. This one here paid for it. It doesn't even have... I remember I was speaking to a Nigerian. He says, I watch your content. What are you talking about, that permanent certificate? I said, the permanent residency certificate, yes. That's the one that you get before you even can apply for an ID. He didn't even know about it. He said, yeah, but they blocked 700,000 IDs, but my ID is still working. I went to the bank, everything was fine. I checked it on the system, everything was fine. Guys, they are blowing smoke up our ass. Look at with Chidima. The story with Chidima, same thing. Where's the Hawks now? Where's the investigation? Where's everything that they've said? It's almost like as if they don't take us serious anymore. They feel like, I don't know if they think that South Africa just works on trends, or South Africans are unserious, or... Yo, Buffett, all I know is there's an agenda here. And this agenda is to eliminate South Africa, or South Africans. Because it does not make sense why a government where their people are being unalived by foreign nationals, they will not do this. That they will not do what is needed in order to stop this from happening. So, how are you able to register a business? Somebody asked a very important question. I'm not going to play this video, but I'm just going to put this question up here. How do they going to get business papers if they don't have business visas? They must first get business visa, and business visa does not cover Spaza shops. Exactly. You can't have a business permit or a business visa, and it does not cover Spaza shops. Guys, look, I can speak for days and days. The reality is this. There's an agenda that is going on. And I was watching this video. I'm not going to play the whole video, just a part of it. Read this caption. One day, black South Africans will find themselves an endangered species in their own land. I think this is the plan.
Credo Mutwa saw it long before anyone else dared to admit it. The prophetic words in the image weren't just warnings. They were an outline of a plan that's been unfolding, right under the noses of the people. The idea that black South Africans could become endangered in their own land is no longer just a distant possibility. It's happening, and the political forces shaping this nightmare aren't working in isolation. Whether it's the DA with their liberal economic policies, the ANC with its facade of black empowerment, or the EFF screaming about land expropriation, none of these parties truly serve the interests of black South Africans. They're all pawns in a larger game, one that's slowly replacing the native population with foreign nationals. South Africa has become a breeding ground for this slow displacement, and no one is willing to call it what it is. Xenophobia is the label they slap on any black South African who dares to speak out about the flood of foreign nationals pouring into the country. But when the streets of Johannesburg are filled with more non-South Africans than locals, isn't it time to ask what's really going on? Why is it that the ANC, the so-called Liberation Party, allows this influx while millions of its own citizens languish in poverty? It's almost as if the ANC, like the DA and EFF, has sold out to external forces, ensuring that black South Africans are pushed further and further to the margins. It's not hard to see how this is happening. The foreign nationals come in droves, taking over small businesses, informal trading, and jobs that could easily go to South Africans. The government turns a blind eye. The DA pretends it's all about economic liberalization, while the ANC keeps making promises it never fulfills. The EFF's radical rhetoric about land and economic freedom is a distraction, a smokescreen for the real agenda. If they cared about black South Africans, why do they ignore the impact of foreign nationals who outnumber the locals in some areas? This is a slow coup, not a violent overthrow, but a quiet replacement of a people in their own land. It's no coincidence that there's a growing push for open borders, or that politicians in all three major parties advocate for Pan-Africanism without any sense of caution. Open borders only benefit the political elites and the corporations who thrive on cheap labor. Foreign nationals don't come here to help South Africa grow. They come because it's an easy place to exploit. They come because the DA, ANC, and EFF don't have the spine to put their own people first. It's no wonder unemployment among black South Africans remains sky high, while foreign nationals manage to carve out livelihoods in every city.
Guys, I don't know what else to say, man. 75% unemployment, youth, over 40% unemployment in general. I mean, we are living this reality. We are living this reality, guys. I can leave my house right now, go towards Edenville. I will pass more than 10 Pakistani stores. There's a police station right across the street. I can go report that store. They will not do anything. I might even get myself in trouble. Guys, something is happening. Talking on YouTube, on TikTok, on Twitter, on Facebook, wherever it is, it's not going to make a change. We need to start shutting down these businesses. By force. Communities need to start coming together and shut down these businesses. These foreign nationals need to start leaving your communities. Soweto, Alex, Tembisa, especially in the Cassis, we start there. Because Johannesburg, Sunnyside, all these places have been overtaken. You hardly even see South Africans. Go to Hillbrow, go to Berea, go to Yovo, go to certain areas. You will not find South African nationals. It's all just packed with foreigners. How is this even normal? Honestly, this is a fight that I feel it is more important than any other fight. This distraction of Chidima or Miss Ese Mia leaving Miss Universe because of mental issues, that's her business. Honestly, guys, I don't even want to make that video because that girl embarrassed us. That girl embarrassed us. We supported you, we vouched for you, we were there for you, and then you go get mentally what out there. You go show how weak-minded you are. I'm sorry, guys. I know mental issue is a big thing, but under the circumstances that we were handling things, that girl had no business to put that stunt. You are telling me a girl that is being accused of fraud, who married a known fraudster, has been allowed to become placed second. Guys, second place is a loss, it's not a win. All that Miss Universe Africa, Pan African, all that is just nonsense. This is not to bring unity in Africa, guys. Because to bring unity in Africa, they would have stood with South Africa. They would have understood that this girl and what the family did was wrong. But anyways, we'll talk about that on the next video. Because I'm coming. I delayed on content, so there's a lot coming. I'm your boy Uncle P, guys. Let me know. Is this situation as serious as you think? Or am I making a big deal out of this? Because I don't think I am. I don't think I am. And the fact that Cyril is not even bothered by this, or the ANC is not even bothered by this. I haven't seen the EFF say anything. Everybody's just talking in small, chippering around. Nobody's doing anything about this. South Africa is in danger. South Africa is in trouble. South Africa is in trouble. South Africans are in trouble. South Africa doesn't need Africa to fight for it. South Africa doesn't need Africa to build it. South Africa doesn't need any foreigner to hold businesses here to hire them. Because these Spaza shops don't hire South Africans. Show me which Spaza shop has South Africans. Rather, they hire Zimbabweans so they can pay them, lower the minimum wage, or not even pay them anything. Some of them, they are paying them with food, expired food. But yet, we need to stand here and smile with these people. We need to smile with these foreigners and say they are our brothers, that we are not xenophobic, we love them. While they are unaliving people knowingly. Because if they didn't know that they were unaliving people, they knew that they did everything right. Why would they be closing their shops? Why would they be running away? Why would they be doing what they are doing? They know exactly what they are doing. These are agents. Guys, now I'm beginning to believe that these are leeches being infiltrated. They are sending these people on purpose to eliminate South Africans. Especially the South African youth. Because the South African youth is loud. Remember what happened in Soweto when the South African youth stood? If you watch my content, the video I put up when the South African youth, the school children had enough and they went and they started destroying the Spaza shops. They know that this country has a law. Unlike Nigeria, who puts their children in prison for 90 days without any food, South Africa will not do that. They will put me in prison as a grown up, but they know when Soweto, Alex, Tembisa, all these children from everywhere get angry and they stand their ground for their country and they fight for this country, the police will not be able to lock up those children. So instead of doing anything, what are they doing? They're unaliving them, putting fear in these children to not even want to go strike, to not even want to fight for their own country. Guys, we are the adults. We are the grown-ups. My content is watched by people between the age of 20 to 46. So you people are hearing me. What are we doing? What are we going to do, guys? Guys, this is not going to continue. I no longer purchase from any Pakistani store. Any. I don't care what it is that I need. If the shops are closed, I'd rather go to the garage and pay extra. But I would not walk into any Pakistani store ever again. Supporting them is not a good thing. If I can create a group of people where we start going to every single store, call the health department, get somebody from the health department to come with us and start shutting down these businesses. I know 3 Pakistani stores within my vicinity, just around me, that deserves to be closed right now. I know 20 Pakistani stores extended from Germiston, Primrose, all around me that deserves to be closed down. But they are still operating. How many more lives need to be lost? South Africa is a democratic country. If South Africans are no longer happy with their president, they are no longer happy with their leadership, they can make the change right now. Right now. You don't have to wait for 5 years to vote the ANC out. You can do it right now. Guys, I'm your boy Uncle Pete. I'll see you guys on the next one. I am honestly demotivated with this topic because it's becoming too serious and too dangerous.
South Africans, we are here to bring in the snacks of death to Office of the President. They are accepting our snacks. We hope the President will eat when he comes back from Imbizo. Here are the cool drinks. Here are the cool drinks. These are the snacks that our kids are eating. Stylos, the cheapers, the Goslows. We bought the President a chocolate from Mapula. When he comes back, he must also take the grandpa from the Imbizo in KZN so that the headache can go lower. There's sweets and then there's biscuits also in here. We hope that the Office of the President will indulge. We also bought them this sweet they called Tans, and then these ones we grew up with, but we are not sure if these ones are manufactured by the people who used to manufacture our sweets when we were growing up. Here are the biscuits that our kids are eating. They go for R1 each. Thank you very much, Abuti. We also brought in the reminder to the President so that he could see the kids that we lost only in a period of 2 weeks. Maybe it will touch his heart and then remember that one more death is too many for South Africans. Thank you very much.
Okay.